And they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 2nd and 6. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Safety creep. Check, check. Lucky. Hey, check 24. Green. Watch that. 4, 3, check 3.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing now is Murray. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown in.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Malik Harrison. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. This is McCaffrey on the give. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's caught by Galladay. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Christian McCaffrey, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back.
Hey, man, let's play our game.
Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Man, that ain't me.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And his throw here's incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Etienne. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. To throw is Murray. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Justin Houston, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
To try again after the sack, Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. 10 yards gets them closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll run for it. McCaffrey, he's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And some room to work. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 91 yards. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Murray now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep.
Let's go one more. 40's Mike. 40's Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you too. After you. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. Go Mike 40. Mike 40. Let's put him on. One more. Put that
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. Touchdown, Browns. Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, As a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
A slant route caught by Bateman. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 2. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right now. The Browns drive about to get started. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Murray now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Mike's 40. Strip the ball. Mike 40. Ricky. Mike 40. Watch the screen. 40's Mike. You don't want Omaha. That's one. You don't want it.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
Hey, well, Mike 40. Green. Check Mike 40. I got you, boy.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Christian McCaffrey as the first half is winding down. And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants in the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Jackson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with... Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Browns to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Throwing on first down is Murray. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Open man is Galladay, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They'll try and throw for it. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the option right is Jackson, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these...
It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Murray with a 3rd and long. It's caught by Hooper. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. Shotgun now for Murray. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. McCaffrey. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Again, McCaffrey. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
McCaffrey. And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Brian Burns just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing is Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 62 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deebo Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns could be on their way to 7-1 as they add on to their lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll be out right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He'll go right back to Andrews. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Push him back. Push him back.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Hey, y'all, what's up?
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Jackson will throw again. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And one more time, that's Watkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it. I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 77 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On second down, McCaffrey diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And who's got it? The defense does. They recover it in the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and the scoring opportunity turned away.
36 to Mike. I got you.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He's at the 30, 10, and a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we